How do you get that hair to stand up? That is not my hair. That is my hat. Hello, everyone. Welcome again to another Nascent Toy Collector presented by Infinite Collectibles, your one-stop shop for all things geek in Western Kentucky. Now, today I have, of course, a toy review for you, but this is one that... I'm so pumped. I mean, yeah, it's my first Marvel Select in I don't know how long. I used to buy these big bad boys back in the day, but look at this. This thing is bigger than my head. And that, my friends, is difficult to do. Beta Ray Bill in his Argent Star costume from, oh my God, you know what? We're just gonna have to get into it. But first, I'm going to do a short little feature on how to open one of these things without completely damaging it so you could put it back in if you were so inclined. I've never done this before. I watched a video on how to do it. Let's see. Let's see how it goes. Boy, oh boy, what a chunky box. I was beginning to get worried that I wasn't going to get this guy because I've seen him pop up other places. And when he finally showed up at Infinite, I was like, yes, Argent Star Beta Ray Bill. For those of you who haven't been keeping up with Beta Ray Bill, Argent Star was a story told and drawn by Daniel Warren Johnson last year. And it actually features my first appearance in a comic book because I love Daniel Warren Johnson, number one. And then Beta Ray Bill's one of my favorite characters. So I wrote in a letter and it actually got published in Beta Ray Bill Argent Star issue number 3. But we're here for this action figure that I could not wait to get my hands on. I love the look of Bill. But let's look at the box first before I go over how to open this thing, hopefully. If I mess it up, I mess it up. Oh well, but maybe we can all learn something. Marvel Select, got the little Disney logo there. I like the Thor's hammer there indicating that this is a Thor character. Got a little picture of Beta Ray Bill there, if you can see that on the art. Behind him's like a cool purple explosion going on. Some spacey stuff, maybe. I can't really tell who's back there. Maybe Thor back there. Maybe it's Beta Ray Bill. I don't know. Turning it to the side, some awesome Daniel Warren Johnson artwork, man, that is featuring this costume right here. After Thor shattered Stormbreaker, Bill was made the master of arms in Asgard, and this is part of his new station. He has this new costume, and there's a great look at it right there. It's beautiful. Holy crap. Marvel Select, Diamond Select Toys. This is, I think, made by Diamond and distributed by Diamond. Proof of purchase, we get all the legal stuff. Warning, choking hazard, small parts. Turning it to this side, you can see it's just a blister card on the bottom. Same thing. It's a huge blister. So you know what? I'm done messing with this box. Let's see how to open this thing. All right, so sorry for the strange angle, but what I'm gonna do is start out by taking this blow dryer. I'm gonna warm this area right here, this cardboard, because underneath it's glue, and there's these two, you can see kind of in there's these two like plastic pieces in there. I don't know, my light's not the best for seeing up in there. And so what you do is you unseat that glue, and then you can kind of open this up. So we're gonna try that. As I'm heating it, I'm going to apply pressure to kind of make sure that I'm getting it unstuck. And there it is. As you guys can see, the whole point was to try not to damage this too bad. I did anyway. Ooh, looky there. There's some nice Beta Ray Bill artwork on the inside of that flap as well. Very cool, very cool. Okay, now on to the next part of this. Okay, so I believe I trust this knife more than I trust this razor knife, but we're gonna make, ooh, look at that, I'm setting it on my comic book. That is Argent Star number 1, by the way. That's, I don't remember which cover. This is one of the variants. I ended up picking up the Walter Simonson variant because Walter Simonson created Beta Ray Bill, and he did a variant cover for this issue, and it was awesome. Anyway, back to the figure here. Okay, so I'm gonna try this knife. This is this is my Eat More Fruits and Veggies knife. What I'm gonna do is stick it in the packaging right here. Ooh, at least I say I'm going to. Okay, I'm gonna work it down along this edge here. What I've done instead is I ended up underneath where it's joined, which is not exactly what I wanted to do. I don't know if that's gonna work out or not. I might have to redo this because the knife went under right here, which I didn't mean for it to. So I need to separate that actually. I might be messing this all up. But hey guys, this is how you're supposed to do it. You can watch videos on people that actually do a better job than me. So anyway, you come all the way around to these two, like right here is a a pre-made slit kind of like in the plastic, and the same for here. What you want to do is you want to come around to those slits, and then you want to make a cut in here and go down. Same thing here. Stab in. Yeah. Go down. I'm never putting this guy back away, but you might, or you might open more like this. So, you know, and I might too. So then you are supposed to open this flap up, if I've done it right, which I haven't. I did not get this cut all the way down here. There it is. Now I have a flap that I can open up and slide the tray out. Ooh, very nice, very nice. There's the accessories. Oh my God, that's so cool. And there you go. He is out of the package. Voila. Ish. Damn, Wilbur. Yeah, that's right. Some Mr. Ed for you. Because he is kind of horse-faced. But oh my God, this is my favorite character created by Walt Simonson way back in the 80s. Beta Ray Bill is my dude. And Daniel Warren Johnson, even in this, like with this costume change that he did, is so badass. This totally fits the character. In my opinion, I love the Spartan type helmet thing with the wild hair. Let's see if I can turn that up just a little bit. Oh man, look at that. Look at that. Isn't that badass? So cool looking. Flip it. I'm just going to go ahead and go around him real quick. But oh man, look how it like shifts out to the side like a giant mane. You know, there again, the horse thing. We're giving him a mane. It really fits. The face detail here, I'm going to bring him in here. Very, very nicely done. I'm actually really, really excited about this guy. I mean, wow. He's bulky, he's huge. You know what? Let's just go ahead and measure him real quick. Look at that. To the top of his Roman centurion thing, you're looking at 9.5 inches on this guy. To the top of his head, you're looking at about, I'd say 8.25. 8.25, man. This dude is huge. He's beefy. I'm gonna bring in, look, I've got a NECA Slash sitting here. So I would imagine this is like Beta Ray Bill's scale comparison to lots of characters in the Marvel Universe. You know, Spider-Man, because he's supposed to be huge. I mean, he was built. He's the second generation cyborg Beta Ray. You know, he had to fight Alpha Ray Bill at one point, which was a badass story. So I imagine him being larger than life, 9 feet tall, somewhere along in there. I think this is a really nice scale, especially for Beta Ray Bill. So let's take a look at the accessories. Obviously, he came with Stormbreaker, as he should, which is kind of cool. The only thing I wish that he would have came with, because he also has this spinning Stormbreaker, which is just awesome. We're going to check that out in just a second. The only thing I wish he would have come with was in the Argent Star storyline. Spoiler alert, if you guys don't want to know, if you guys are going to read it for yourself, skip this part. But in that comic series, in those 5 issues, he actually, because Thor broke Stormbreaker, is going after a new weapon. It's a great storyline. I kind of wish it would have included the weapon that he found, just as kind of like a even bigger nod to that comic. But this is totally cool. Let's look at the articulation really quick. Like I said, I've not opened a Marvel Select in a long time. His head is on it's on a ball joint. You can't turn it all the way around, obviously, because of that mane, but it does have some good side to side. It has some forward down, I would say, but not much up. There again, that mane really kind of stops it from much up, and that's okay though. I mean, damn, it looks amazing. Same here with the shoulder pads. I do like how everything's kind of soft. The cape's formed. You can lift his arms that high. They are on the pegs, you know, and they go that high. There is a bicep swivel, as you can see there. There is an elbow swivel, as you can see there. And then, of course, the elbows are also hinged. As you can see, the joint is pinned in the front, in the forearm. There's nothing in the bicep, though, so that's kind of interesting. I don't know if that's standard for this line. It probably is. And then, of course, the wrist is on a pin, and it can go 360 degrees, and then it has the rocker in there. I have lost a little bit of the gold paint in that joint, you know, where it moves. Which is, you know, hey, that's okay. I'd rather it not have paint there than get stuck like a NECA joint does. As you can see here, the cape kind of comes unpinned every once in a while. I just kind of push that back in there. It's kind of neat how they have that all kind of being held in with, like, this is like almost like a nail that holds the shoulder pad and the cape to it. I'm sure you could maybe take the cape off, I guess, if you wanted to unpin it all. The detailing in here looks really nice. you know, the gold on top of that darker blue. He does have a crunch joint that allows some rotation. This piece on the costume soft there to give him a little bit of crunch, not a lot. Back, forward, you know, not a whole lot. He's a bulky guy though. This is a bulky figure, really nice and big. Does give it some side to side. I don't believe there's any twist at the waist, not that I can find. I can't really tell. The belt, well, you know what? I think there's supposed to be, maybe. No, he does not twist at the waist. The belt is nice and soft, and I love that Beta Ray Bill is wearing a championship belt. I think this totally looks like a wrestling belt. And Daniel Warren Johnson, if you guys haven't been reading any comics lately, you should check out his comic, Do a Powerbomb. It's amazing. Also, check out Jurassic League. It's really good too. So coming down the body, the hips do go out that far. They're not on drops or anything. They're just standard, as you can see them in there. They're just standard dumbbell hips. They go forward that far, which is really far. You go back that far, but you could go all the way out and around. You know, you could do that. They do 360 degrees. There's a thigh pivot at this awesome break in the leg there. As you can see that, it's really hidden very well, the way that works. Coming down to the knees, got his awesome badass knee pads, which I absolutely love. He does have a single jointed knee with a one pin there, no pin up here. Goes back that far, so not incredibly far, but far enough. And it does rotate there behind the kneecap. As you can see there, there's some rotation behind that kneecap. Coming down, he does have the ankles. Ankles are on forward-facing rockers for some up and down. And then, of course, he has another pivot joint right there at what would be like a secondary boot cut there. That's pretty cool. You can get some action there out of it. And, you know, this is very highly posable. And then the ankle itself is also where you can roll it around. So that's really cool. I've already been messing with some poses with him because, God, I just love this guy so much. Beta Ray Bill, such a badass. Again, let's look at this costume just a little bit more. Damn, the gold is beautiful. The dark blues are almost metallic. Then you get this really rich dark blue, and then you get this kind of gray blue, I guess you would say. That's much more of a grayish blue. All the details are really, oops, hit my camera, really nicely done here. I love this thing. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I am in love with this Beta Ray Bill figure. Now let's check him out with his accessories. Stormbreaker, of course, first up. Once I worked it into the hand, you kind of have to bend the fingers out a little bit, but man, it looks amazing. It's really nicely done. Look at that. You can get him swinging the pow, 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 knocking the shit out of Galactus. Oh my God. You guys ever read God Hunter? Beta Ray Bill God Hunter. It's an amazing story where he hunts down Galactus for killing the Corbinites. Pow, pow, pow. So, I mean, question. Can it get any more badass than that? Look at this thing. Man, look at him. Wow. Looks like he's about to just throw it straight into somebody's chin. The thing looks awesome. I love the detailing to it. This looks so cool. Man, I'm in love with this action figure. I'm sure that's coming across. I love the way they did the helmet. Man, it just looks just like the artwork from the comic. Everything's here. All the line work. The paint is really well done. I only have a couple little spots like right there around his pin. There's like a little bit of blue there that kind of come off this armband. But I'm not seeing hardly any paint flaws here. I'm just really liking what I see. The jaw looks articulated, but it is not. But this is just a badass pose for Beta Ray Bill. I mean, oh, look at that. God damn, you guys. This thing is available, I think, everywhere now. Finally, I think the price is $29.99. We have a few of these down at Infinite right now. I don't know how long it'll last, but we do have several of them on sale down there right now. And so please come down, grab one from us. Or hey, you know what? If you want to order one from us online, we can ship it to you. You just got to hit us up on our Facebook, facebook.com/Infinite Collectibles. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Nascent Toy Collector. Please hit like, hit subscribe to tune in for all the toy collecting action. Have a great week. As always, keep it geek. Peace out.